Alright, so this is a bit of an archaic video because I don't have a script and we're just gonna look at a picture for like half of the time. But if any of you don't want to be spoiled as to what the Pokedex could look like in its final release when Sun and Moon comes out, then I suggest not really watching this video. But if you want some info on this, like if you're curious to see like how many new Pokemon we have, well, essentially we get about like 77 or around that number. That's how many new Pokemon we get, like new original Pokemon, no Alolan forms at all. As for Alolan forms themselves, well, they're a different entity, but if we add those, we get like about 90 new Pokemon, I guess, if you were to argue that. Maybe even like maybe a little under 100. So it's not that much, but it's a bit more than some other previous entries. So that's cool. What else? If you want to just learn about whether or not the starter evolution stuff is real or not, you know, the leaks, I'll just, if you don't want to know, leave the video. If you do want to know, yeah, the leaks were real. They're totally real. Also, one more thing, all of this was data mined from the demo. The fact that all of this was in the demo is kind of like insane, but yeah, all of this information was from the demo, which is available today. So if y'all want to play that, it's up right now. All right. With that being said, if you don't want to know anything else about like any other Pokemon, then yeah, I would just recommend not watching this. But hey, if you like my voice, leave a like and subscribe. I kind of need that shit. All right. So let's get started. Let's just go one line at a time, because this right here is the full list of Pokemon we have, excluding the Alolan forms. We'll get to those in a little bit, but let's just go line by line, these guys. So first line is the starter evolutions. You know, there's Rowlet, and there's his Robin Hood looking ass thing. There's Litten Bigger, and Litten XL. It's a fucking wrestler. It's really a shame. I really wanted like a non-fire fighting type this time around. Now granted, one thing I should mention is, even though we have these Pokemon right here, we don't actually have like a name for any of these. Maybe for one, but like other than that, we don't have any names or typings for them, so it's still kind of a mystery, but whatever. So it could be fire fighting, or it could be fire dark, maybe fire ground. I mean, it's fire fighting most likely, but god damn it, god damn it. Oh well. So here we have Popplio and Popplio XL and this Popplio S. I don't know, fucking just looks like a mermaid diva. It's actually a really cool design, I'll be honest. It's like a very clever design, and I enjoy it. So many people say it's gonna be water fairy type. Yeah, I could see that. I think that'd be really cool. That's a really good typing. Yeah, that's awesome. Alright, next line. So with the next line, we already have like we already have the information for all these Pokemon right here. The only one we don't know about is that little woodpecker right there, and he evolves to 2 different stages, obviously because he's the bird Pokemon of this generation. Every generation has a bird Pokemon. They always have like 2 other evolutions. I could be wrong about one of them, because I'm pretty sure that's the case, but whatever. It just doesn't look that great, honestly. I don't really understand why he goes from a woodpecker to a toucan. And the toucan itself doesn't really look that interesting to me. It's just like, it looks like a normal ass toucan that's like not Pokemon at all, and his middle form is just so ugly. Like, I really liked his woodpecker. I don't mean it in that way, but you know, it's just that's a shame. All right, next line. Again, same thing. We already know about most of these. Actually, here's the thing I forgot to mention. We already know about like 90% of these Pokemon. We know about 62 of... I actually counted. We know about 62 of these Pokemon. They've already been officially announced. No leaks at all. But we're only missing about 16 Pokemon, so don't expect like a giant big reveal. Yeah. Some people are speculating that this isn't the full list, but whatever. So yeah, we know about all these except for that black poison type. I forgot his name, but yeah, whatever. He stands up now. That's his evolution. That's great. Then there's that little trilopod, whatever, and he evolves into that big ass beast right there. Looks pretty cool. Moving on to the next line. Like I said, we already know most of these, so this whole line is actually, we already know it. So there you go. Next line. There's only, I think, two new Pokemon. So we have that little mushroom thing right there. I don't know if that was announced. I don't remember him, but yeah, that's a thing. And his evolution is a big. It's a big toad, not like the animal, but like from Super Mario Brothers. It's just a big toad. And then there's that really cool JoJo, fucking Josuke kind of crab thing. It's got a bigger, dumber evolution, and it's okay. It's just I just can't like get my eyes off of those boobs. Just like, fuck, that's weird. It's got bear paws. I just realized that. That's weird. Okay, all right. Next line. This is a bunch of new Pokemon. So we know about the monkeys, but we don't know about that little crepe, like barnacle-looking thing right there next to the monkeys. Those look kind of awesome. It looks pretty defensive. Like, it would probably be something steel type if I were to guess. Like, it just looks like a very defensive Pokemon. Then there's that anchor. There's a fucking anchor, which I am guessing is probably either water ghost type or steel ghost type. Like going back to the whole fucking sword Pokemon we had last generation. I forget his name, but that Pokemon fucking sucks. He doesn't suck. He's just way too good. Every time I went to the fucking multiplayer and I would have a duel with someone, they would always have that stupid sword, and he is like too good, and I hate him. I fucking hate him. God damn. Oh yeah, and then there's that thing. Of course, you might notice that there's like a big beach theme going on here. There's a lot of like beach creatures, like a lot of beach Pokemon. So there's like barnacles and sea pods, and then there's this thing, which I'm guessing is also like water-esque. It just reminds me of the ocean, like some sea parasite or something like that. But that looks pretty cool. Dragons, Django Unchained. All right, next line. So we got Savali, and then there's a pre-evolution to that Pokemon. I forgot his name. It's like Takepopo or some shit like that. But like, yeah, he's got like a pre-evolution. But the most shocking thing about that is that he has a female version, like a female counterpart. It seems, because there's like this like long hair looking. But it's just, I don't know. That's very odd. It looks very similar to that Pokemon, but
to be honest, each of these could just not be related to Tapu Koko at all. If you recall, each island has a deity, a guardian deity, and there are 4 islands, and so therefore there are 4 guardian deities. So aside from the fact that they're all guardian deities, I'm just going to say that Tapu Koko has nothing to do with them in terms of evolution. So yeah, there you go. Alright, so we got the Ultra Beast, and there's a new Ultra Beast right next to the Mosquito Man. I don't know what it could be called, but it's a new Ultra Beast regardless. Moving on, we got... Oh, to the next line is just all new Pokemon, except for, the last legendary Pokemon. So these are all Ultra Beasts, and you might be saying, oh, well, how do you know they're all Ultra Beasts? Well, none of them look like they evolve from each other, first of all. And secondly, they're right next to the new legendary Pokemon. They're pseudo-legendary, so... And not only that... But they're right in between the UB02, what is it? UB02 Expand and UB02 Beauty. So they're right between those Pokemon. So you can obviously tell they're Ultra Beasts. As for that big guy at the end, he might be the most Ultra Beast because he looks evil as fuck. So that's probably something. This is the most interesting part. So the final line and the last line, just at the end of this line, we can see that there is a small, tiny version of that legendary Pokemon. God damn it, I wish I remember it's like Lunius or some shit like that, but like there's that Pokemon right there, and it just looks like a pre-evolution, which is very fascinating. That's very intriguing. Same with Solgilio, whatever. He also has what seems like a pre-evolution, just like some crest. Like it just looks kind of cool. And then the final one, we got that
Magneton thing that's a legendary, and then we have that little shadowy thing, which just doesn't seem to have any connection to anything, and it could be like the Mew of this generation, but it looks a little shady. And there's also some people who say that it's a Pokemon named Marshadow, and if you don't know, Marshadow is this Pokemon that was trademarked a couple of months ago, and everybody just sort of found out, and we're like, who the fuck is Marshadow? And well, this definitely looks like it could be Marshadow. You know, Marshmallow Shadow. It's totally Marshadow, is it? All right, so as I said before, these were all data mined from the demo. A lot of people want to speculate that this could not, you know, there could be probably way more, but I have my doubts. I do think this is maybe missing a few Pokemon from the Pokedex, but other than that, I don't think there's that many missing Pokemon. I think this may even be the full Pokedex, but who knows, really. All right, so one last thing. A guy by the name of Cafodex, whatever. I don't know if he data mined it. He was one of the few who actually uploaded a lot of this information out. So you should check out his video. It's just way faster than mine. I'm more like analytical and just trying to be skeptical and you know, just like fucking analyzing it to hell. Probably not making any sense. But yeah, okay. We have a few Alolan region Pokemon in his video that we just didn't discuss because they weren't in the Pokedex, or rather they weren't in this image at all. So here they are. These are the ones that we just don't know about. So there's a Geodude, a Graveler, and a Golem. And they all look really actually kind of cool. And apparently there's like some Pikachu thing. It looks like Ash's Pikachu, because those are all Ash's hats from each generation, or like each season from the Pokemon anime. So that's kind of cool. I don't know what the fuck. It's probably an event thing. And, oh yeah, fucking Diglett and Dugtrio. They have an Alolan form too, and it looks goddamn ridiculous, but I'm sure a lot of people love it. And with that being said, that's it. That's honestly all the Pokemon we know of, and all the leaks that have been just coming out of the Pokemon demo. I gotta say, man, like, why? Okay, I'm not a game developer, and I understand that it's very difficult, and sometimes you forget a lot of things. Like, there are so many debugs or like data mines that go into some video games that just have leftover data in it, and I understand that. But why? I just wish Game Freak was just more careful about this. You know, I wish they were just like, they would know to remove that kind of data. Like I said, it must have been very difficult, and doing that must make the demo impossible, right? But still, I just wish there was like some way, you know, some way we just didn't do that. Like, I just wish it wasn't that easy, you know. But hey, there's still some hope left. There's probably a bunch of special event Pokemon we haven't seen, and like I said, this could just be an incomplete Pokedex, but we don't know. Alright guys, thank you all so very much for watching. Sorry for spoiling it for you, but I kind of needed to spoil it for myself as well. Like, it's kind of a bummer, but I needed to cover this. Yeah. Oh well. That's kind of a bummer. But whatever. Hey, if you like this video, give it a like, and if you liked it a lot, then subscribe, alright? I sacrifice my own love for Pokemon just for you guys, just so you'd be informed. Alright, thank you all so very much for watching. I will see you all next time. I love y'all. Bye.